chives are just starting to bloom. And we thankfully left the 90s and went back to kind of more spring weather. Aren't those lovely? I think they're lovely. This bed is quite lovely. This bed I planted with tomatoes, but it's got so much of my cool weather spring stuff in it. I wish I could show you in person because it's absolutely stunning, truly. Welcome to Scofield Farm. We are in Northern California, Zone 9, and I came out on a drizzly day to check my garden, to do a little bit more planting. I would love to give you a tour soon, but I've got planting to do, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit of what has been going on with us over the last week or so. Here's a tree of starts. A lot of them are more cool weather crops. Well, I guess there's one basil that snuck in there, but I'm gonna try to work on planting these out because they're fine with cooler temps. And by cooler, I mean like a low of 47. It's not cold, but I need to plant these before my peppers, you know what I mean? These calendula are just lovely. And the broccoli are starting to bloom because time got away from me, because we have had a lot going on in our family. A lot. Still so pretty though, even blooming, you know? And the blooms of broccoli are still edible, so I can harvest some of this and we can still eat from it. Kind of checking on some of the stuff I started. I started like hundreds of zinnia seed over here, and some of them are coming up. And I tried to start some marigold, and I don't see many coming up, but I know it takes time, and maybe I'll put some more soil on them. Over here, I transplanted 3 yellow squash and 3 zucchini, and they look like they're doing great, which is encouraging because a cucumber in a different bed is completely gone. Something ate it. And that happens to me sometimes. Last year I had like 16 cucumbers I transplanted completely eaten. So it does happen, and it doesn't surprise me, but to come out and check my garden and see more things making it than dying is always really encouraging. This bed I have not done a lot of planting in, but it's nice to even come out and see the chard so full, and it does want to bolt. I'm just going to keep pinching it off because I want to keep this mature chard out here this summer. This is what I do. I just pinch until it stops the bolting thing, and usually it does just fine. It finally settles in, but it takes a bit with the weather warming up to get it to stop it. And this tomato is doing good there. I've got a lot I need to actually plant here, but it looks like a chicken or something got in here. Look at that. This makes me think a chicken got in. It's definitely dug down. Well, definitely a chicken got in here and broke this. That's never encouraging. Maybe it will heal itself if I try to prop it up. I'm glad I planted 3 tomatillos though, because they need 2 for pollination. And if I only had 2 and 1 broke, I would be super bummed. There you go. Maybe that'll heal. The other 2 are fine. Well, these cucumber are okay, which is good because, as I said, a different bed had a cucumber literally gone. And it looks like something kind of dug around here too. Oh man. Oh well. This is good. This is good. Try to train them over this way a little bit. Have to see this purple cauliflower. It's not ready, but it's so pretty. And a white one that, oh, it kind of trying to separate already, I think. Try to keep it down like that. How about the others? Nothing there. Nothing there. Is there anything here? Oh, teeny tiny. Oh, something got in here too, and this one looks pretty bad. Oh, it looks like something, look, it looks like something was just munching on it. Well, I think I have an extra of this kind, so I'm gonna have to probably just replace it. The other 2 look great. The other 2 look great. My chickens want to be very vocal right now, but that's organic gardening for you. You know, you plant and you gotta overplant, because if you're not using chemicals and things to avoid pests, then you're going to have loss. And I've learned that the hard way. It's a good lesson. And I always overplant a bit so that I at least get something, or hopefully get something, from the plants I want most in the garden. Look at my hand. It's wet out here. Cucumber in here. That's gonna look nice. The purple carpet alyssum. Kind of want it to vine a little bit, right? Chamomile, and then a bait alpha cucumber because I lost one, and 3 butternut squash there. It's about to rain and water them in for me, so that is always awesome because less work for me, right? I like to use this really good soil as like a top dressing when I plant, just to give them a little head start, little extra nutrients from the get-go. Some of these cantaloupe are not the prettiest, but I'm hoping they make it. If not, I can always direct sow, but they kind of look beat up starts here. But I usually grow cantaloupe up over this, so I think it'll look really nice. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. These nice little purple carpet sweet alyssum, these should grow up and over. And we've done cantaloupe on a cattle paddle trellis, try to say that 5 times fast, quite a few years successfully. And then butternut squash on the other side, and it will go up and over the other way, and I just love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Now over here at this cattle panel trellis, I'm going to put loofah. I tried loofah last year and I just started it too late. It is more ready. Definitely more ready this year. I'm gonna amend real fast. I should have amended this before turning on the camera, but I'm gonna do it real quick. This area needs to be amended. The combination of horticulture and putting unfinished compost means it needs a little bit of help. All right. Oh, it's done with this 3 loofah coming right up. They're much bigger than when I transplanted last year and also more root bound. Oh, my planting has not gone as easily as I had hoped. That's okay, things are gonna grow. Just a little bit outgrown of their cups. Loosen those roots up. Bury them in. All right. One more. So we can get this out. Yeah, pretty root bound. Probably, for sure, should have been planted earlier. But life happens, and you just do what you have to do. And it's just gonna be okay. Look at this fungus. When you have hardwoods in your bed, you get all sorts of strange funguses. You're not even sure what they are. I don't know what it is, and I don't really have time to find out. Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna plant some of my lettuce, which I did over here, and my mustard. Whoopsie. My mustard over here, kind of on the north side behind my squash. They'll kind of be underneath it. You're trying to extend, whoo, that's falling apart, to extend the season a little bit. And I want to have some different greens, at least for a little bit. It'll be pretty too, honestly. But all of my mustards bolted already. And it bolted like when it hit the 50s because it was just so weirdly cold. So I'm planting more, and we will see. It'll be a nice pop of color no matter what. And then maybe I'll get a little bit of greens, you know, kind of interplanting with all these squash that I'm trying to grow vertically in the tomato cages, kind of grow them up. I have lots of mustards because I was using a soil when I transplanted to cups that was from a friend of mine who has a microgreen farm. And so besides planting mustard, she also had volunteer mustards in there, and I love them. I think they're beautiful and tasty. And so I just separated them and made them into their own starts. And I'll show you what this looks like when it's done. Okay, so my zucchini and squash have lettuce behind them. This lettuce is kind of, needs to anchor itself, and mustard. This is gonna be nice, and if it doesn't last long, oh well. Loofah, lots of fun stuff. All right, I need to clean up, go get my girls from their dance, but I did want to talk about something. Oh gosh, Sam, why do you have to be there? He doesn't want to let me out, and I gotta go get my girls. Oh, Sam, chard's always the answer. Let me go get some chard. I'll show you. Okay, handful of chard. Good handful here, handful here. This will also help with the bolting. I'm gonna go see if I can get Sam over here. Hey, Sam, come on, Sam. There you go. Let's see, is he going? He's going. Good for me. Is Runt going? I hope so. Okay, that always works. Chard is always the answer to get the chickens to move where I want them to move. Okay. Got out of the garden, about to go get my girls. Wanted to share with you a little bit about the last couple days, and trying to find the words and the time to do it, to actually do a good job of it. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what we've been going through. Okay, so I'm back from picking my girls up from their dance, and isn't that pretty? See that peony? So we had quite the week. We found out that my Nana, who is 97, and my dad's mom, she broke her femur just a little over a week ago. I think it's about 10 days ago. And, you know, the choice was, being that old, if she lives with pain or if she gets surgery. And the family decided on surgery, and she actually did so well. like surprisingly well. Didn't have to go to the ICU, didn't need oxygen. Like she just did amazing, and it surprised everybody. But then, yeah, then things changed, and her body was just really tired of just the pain and having to heal and fighting. And anyway, yeah, so I went from, you know, bad news that she had a bad break to really good news that she had done so well to really bad news that that she wasn't gonna make it. And so I haven't planted a lot of my garden. I told you guys, like, it was so hot. I was trying to beat the heat. I have so much to plant. And then the weather changed a little bit and got nicer, but then I had this family emergency, and I wanted to be there for my Nana. And our life is so full. Like, we have 7 kids, and we have soccer, and we have dance, and just so much, like homeschooling. And I can't even tell you how exhausted I fall into bed every single night. But it's important, like, to put the important things first, to put the most important things first. You know what I mean? Like, I can plant my garden later, and if my plants are root bound, or they're stunted, or they just, maybe some of them die because I waited too long. But like, what's actually important? And it's important to be there for your family when you're needed. And it was really important to me. It's really important to me to be with her because it's my dad's mom. I don't have my dad. My dad went to be with the Lord 10 years ago, and he would go see his mom every single day after his dad died. He adored his mom, and for me to be there with her and to be there for her was like not just the right thing to do, it was an honor, because I got to love my dad, not just my Nana, but also love my dad in a way that mattered, because I know my dad would have been there. There's no doubt he would have been there, and so I needed to be there, you know? And I'll never regret it. I'll never, ever regret it. Doesn't mean it wasn't like so hard. And I really miss her. And it hasn't even really sunk in, you know? Like, I really will miss her till I see her again. Some special things about her is she's where I get my indigenous blood. We are Winnemem Wintu, and my Nana, I'm pretty sure it's 5/8. So more than half. She's 97. I always say the women in my family live a really long time. She's survived by her older sister who's 103. Believe it or not, that's impressive. My Nana had a small backyard garden in a normal neighborhood with, you know, the 3 to 6 chickens and the bunnies and the couple fruit trees. She'd make homemade chunky apple cinnamon applesauce and give it to, you know, each of her kids' families. And me and my sister, that's one of our best memories. It's just that applesauce was like out of this world, and it was from their own apples. She would can stewed tomatoes and give them to us. I loved her dill pickles. And she'd always slice them. They weren't the whole pickles. They were sliced dill pickles, all canned, and they were delicious. She always was crocheting, always. Like, my memory of my Nana was always crocheting. And here now I knit and I crochet and I garden and I have chickens and I am learning to can. And I love my heritage of being Native, and I just want to learn more and more. I'm trying to learn the language, and there's just so much that I got from her. Like, she didn't teach me how to can, but like the inspiration of what she did and how she took care of her family and how she you know, lived a pretty simple life and made the things that she have stretch. And she was generous, so generous. And I just am so inspired by her and how she loved my dad. She was such a good mom to my dad. My dad loved his mom. And anyway, you know, that's what I've been doing the last week, and, you know, in the middle of all of our other craziness of life. And, You know, my garden may get finished late. You know, lucky for me, the weather cooled off a little bit, so it's actually kind of good I'm not having the peppers planted quite yet, because we're dipping like 48 at night, and so I have started bringing them back inside at night. But I just want to encourage you to take the time to love the people in your life and to let them know how much they matter, and to bring them flowers just because. Pick flowers from your garden and bring them bouquets just because. That's one thing that I'm so glad I did so many times for my Nana. And you know, my kids would make her "We love you, Nana" huge posters on butcher paper for every occasion, whether she had got sick or it was her birthday or any reason. You know, do those things just because. Give people hugs, tell them you love them, visit them. Visit your grandparents if you have grandparents, know them. It's worth it. It's so worth it, and you're not gonna regret it. And I don't regret it. And I still am so blessed to have another grandma here, and I get to spend so much time with her, and I feel like I'm like the luckiest girl in the world. Lots of people don't get both their grandmas into their 40s, and I didn't get my dad that long, but I do, and I'm so thankful. Anyway, I didn't mean to cry, but I just want to tell you guys, like, I'm more than gardening. I'm more than homesteading. I'm a real person that has real life, and the things that matter most are the things that matter most. And anyway, I just want to show you some flowers just to honor my Nana, who loved every single color of the rainbow. She loved color and variety in life, and she's so quiet and so witty, and I'm much more talkative than she is. Not quite as witty, but I've got that feist somewhere in there, just like her. And anyway, bless you guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for just hearing my heart, and hopefully being encouraged to just, like, you don't know how long you have the people you love. Love them. Tell them you love them. Spend time with them. Take the bouquet, make the poster, and clear your schedule. When it means that you need to clear your schedule, because all the other things can wait. They all can wait. Thank you, guys. Please come again. Take care.